Hello again. This is Contact Must for the second time today. If you've just watched our episode about math, that's great. We're now back with a little bit more action. We'll be doing a live pairing stream for the Tryhard 8v8 TTS League. Very exciting to actually be able to play an 8v8 league. It's drawn 44 teams. So that's all good stuff. For some reason, I am here representing a Team Poland ensemble, and in this round we're paired against the wonderful folk of Team Hivemind. So welcome, James.
Hello. Yes, I'm the lucky one that fell into the seat of being captain. So yeah, I get the joy of doing a bit of pairings and seeing how we end up, and hopefully we come out a little bit better than we did from the last round, where we played some of the French guys, which was good fun.
Yeah, the French are tough guys nowadays in 40k.
All lovely guys.
Yeah, that's true. So obviously would like to dethrone them at some point, but that's not what we're doing today. What we are actually doing is trying to pair our 8v8 teams. So on Team Poland side, we've got Chaos Demons, Chaos Knights, a Harlequin version of Eldari, more Daka Orcs, because as we just mentioned in the pre-show chat, which you didn't hear, this is probably one of the very few events still allowing this nonsense. Emperor's Children, Space Wolves, Death Guard, and Leagues of Votan. What have you got, James, in your lineup?
So we have very different composition. We have Imperial Knights, we have Custodes, we have Sisters, Grey Knights, Chaos Space Marines, Ultramarines, World Eaters, and Tau. Fairly elite showing.
Fairly. And now I didn't mention, but we've also got Tweak here. Without him, this wouldn't be possible, as he's joined in on TTS as a spectator, sharing his screen so that no one is actually looking at the other guy's hand. There are no mirrors here to peek what the opponent is doing, so it is all fair and square. Guys, if you enjoy this kind of content, that this is the first time we're doing this, and you have a better idea of how to go about it, please let us know. And in other news, a massive thank you to our sponsors, obviously the Army Painter and Weyland-Yutani, as well as the sponsors of Team Poland, of which we have Twoje Hobby. We've got Puppets War, we've got MicroArt Studios, and the media partner of Contact Lost. And we've also had a new sponsor added to the lineup quite recently, so I'm just trying to fill the void. Glass Cannon Unplugged. It's a company that prepares board games, licensed ones. You can check them out on Kickstarter, as they've got campaigns going on right now. There and I didn't mention Pyra Cup, which is obviously the most wonderful series of events that we all love, and is being hosted by my son of also Contact Lost. James, I'm sure you also have some
plugs
thingies you might want to plug in or shout out to just before we begin.
So just before we begin, so I run Voidstorm Games, which is new in terms of business side of things, but it does all the events as well as only UK based, I'm afraid. I print Tinker Junkie folding WTC terrain, which is amazing. We have, in association with Gothic Games, the Kent Major, which is the largest event of Kent. There we go, there's my page. Coming up in August. There are still a very few tickets left. There is also on the horizon a large WTC Teams event coming in October. That will go live hopefully some point soon. Again, we're just working out the last few logistics. We are hoping for it to be somewhere in the region of 30 to 50 teams is the plan. And the other thing that I've just announced is there we have the GW folding terrain is coming soon as well, which is lovely. But yeah, that is the main crux there.
Excellent stuff. All right, I think we've blabbered on long enough.
We have.
Prepare your first defender.
Yes. Okay.
Right, let's flip that on a 3, 2, 1.
Okay. So I have Chaos Space Marines and Death Guard.
Yup. So now we need to consider attackers.
Yeah, so to anyone, like you guys have a think, to anyone who is wondering what the heck is going on right now. So essentially, the two captains, they have their matrices, most likely, so an Excel spreadsheet with indications from their team members of who they feel good against, who they feel bad against. And right now, what we're doing is we are pairing. So based on the estimations that the players give in that Excel spreadsheet, the captains now choose the best opponent for their selected armies. So how you do it at the very beginning is the both of the players show what we see on the screen right now. So here we have Death Guard, here we have Black Legion. Those are called the defenders. That's why we have the shields over here. And these are usually the armies that are able to take on pretty much anyone, or they can take advantage of the table because the first defenders get to pick the tables that they're going to be playing on. And then the second player gives them or provides two attackers. They will, in a moment, take them, or they have already done it, they will take them, hide them, check what they are, and they will choose what their defender is going to be playing against. The other one goes back to the stock of the cards and can be used again. So let's see what the guys do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so far this is working. We've managed to pick our attackers.
It's going too well so far.
Yes,
Yeah.
so I think we can review them on a 3,
Yep.
2, and a 1.
You can do both at the same time, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we could do that, but
we could, yeah.
it's
Very
more
interesting.
interactive.
Very interesting.
So again, we now go back to look at our matrices to work out what we do.
Yep. So just a word of comment, obviously, if you're watching this, you can see it, but if you're, for some reason, listening to it on Spotify, if we put it there, Poland has attacked the Team Hive Minds CSM with Harlequins and Votan, whilst the defending Death Guard is being attacked by Hive Minds, Imperial Knights, and Grey Knights. So there you have it, and now back to the drawing board.
Yeah, so now, to those who cannot see, the attackers disappeared from the table, so the guys are now considering which army, which attacker they want to take on with their defender. And in a moment, in the middle of the table, we have those little squares that say table something, pairing 1, pairing 2, etc. The defenders are going to go into those squares, and then the selected attackers are going to join them, and we will know who plays who. This is, many players and many people say, this is the most interesting part about Teams events altogether, because this is where all the mind games happen.
Yes.
But it's important to say that the mind games only happen if your team fills in the matrix. So if they give you food for thought, if they give you indications of who they want to play on what kind of tables, because do remember, and I was showing this in the previous recording that we did today, like the matrix could look something like this. So now on the screen I'm showing like the matrix of what we usually do. So you have, this is for teams of 5. Players provide points that they think that they are going to get from a game versus a particular enemy. They give a description of what table they want to play on, how they feel about the matchup, if they feel bad, why, if they feel good, why, and then this gives the captain a lot of ideas on who should play what and which matchups to avoid. Then we're playing, this is the Try Hard tournament that plays WTC tables. Here we see old maps that they have changed in the meantime, but you get the gist. So players get to look at the table layouts, and they can decide whether they want something like a light table or something like a more heavy table if they're playing like infantry heavy army, for example. But if you're a shooty army, you might want to pick up a light table. So being the defender allows you to do that. If you get placed as a defender, you can choose the table that you're going to be playing on, which gives you some sort of an advantage.
Yeah. Right, we ready for the reveal?
Yep. So
Okay.
So we have CSM going into Leagues of Votan and Death Guard versus Grey Knights.
yep, and Harlequins and Imperial Knights go back to the hand.
Correct.
Right,
we get
now
to
we need
roll
to
off,
roll.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so I will, go down and get to pick first table.
Indeed.
Again, to those who cannot see this on the screen, what is happening is there are 2 dice in the middle of the table. The guys have just rolled the dice, and the victor, or the person who got the higher roll, gets to choose the first table for their defender.
Yeah. It's the only time that happens as well.
Correct.
It then alternates.
Yeah, then exactly. Then we get to alternate. So 8 is your
Table 8.
choice?
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna pick table 6 for my Death Guard.
Nice.
And
Okay.
then... Yep, so now we're going to do the same thing again for the second time. So we're going to put up a second set of defenders, which will then be followed by some more attackers. So Votan is taken. And this. This.
Yeah, so obviously there's a lot of thinking going into this, and the skilled captains, they have the whole process well thought through. Obviously here we're not dealing with skilled captains, no, I'm joking. but essentially when you have so usually what happens in TTS leagues, because remember this is for a TTS league, the majority of TTS leagues are 5v5, which makes it a little bit easier because there is a smaller variance of or variety of armies and so on. Here we're playing 8v8, which means that there is plenty of choices, and you can make the wrong choices. So Joker and James essentially need to go back to their spreadsheet, probably remove the armies that have been used already, and then they can review their matrix, they can review the pairings, the estimations of their players, and make the necessary adjustments. So again, this is where the mind games happen. And from what I hear, the usual teams players enjoy this more than the game itself.
Yeah.
That is what they say. That is what they say. No, okay, I'm in a bit of a pickle here. I'm not 100% sure what to go with, but I think I have my choice made. Yeah, let's try with this.
By the way, I see that there is a comment asking for lists. So
Yeah, if I think we can put the link to new recruit in the chat. Meanwhile, we've both put our defenders down, so let's reveal them. Shall we?
Yes, sorry. Right, ready?
Shall we? Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so Poland has defended with Emperor's Children, whilst Team Hivemind have put up Ultramarines for the taking. Right. Well,
apparently this stream isn't running.
yeah, someone removed
go.
themselves.
So that's sorry guys, that's what happens when you have an idiot for a cameraman. Essentially, I just wanted to comment about the lists because there was a question about that, and I just clicked the link which replaced the stream one.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting.
So do tell us what you've been doing in the meantime, and I'll do my shtick in a moment.
We've revealed the 2 defenders, which is Ultramarine, Space Marines, and Emperor's Children, and that's as far as we got because we realised we lost you.
Okay. All right. Do your thing then. I wanted to explain that the lists, if you really want to see them, they are on this magical thing called New Recruit. So I'll be showing that on the screen right now, and I hopefully don't kill the stream. So if you go to New Recruit, you look for a tournament called Try Hard 8v8 Uno, which essentially will give you all the details about this tournament, and it will give you the pairings. So you can see that there are plenty of teams of 8v8 that are playing, and if you scroll to almost the very bottom, you'll see Poland, and you'll see Team Hive Mind.
Yeah, we also didn't do well round 1. Happens. Happens. Right. We have got the attackers ready, so let's reveal them now.
Yeah, it's something that happens as a result of the pairings, that it can very much obviously lose the round almost if you don't get the right ones. Okay.
Yeah, that is true. Right, so Poland is attacking
I'm too
Ultramarines
keen.
with Chaos Demons and Chaos Knights, so an Imperium versus Chaos show off for sure.
Pretty much the same on the other side.
Yeah, exactly, because we've got Sisters and Imperial Knights attacking Emperor's Children. Yeah, let's take these.
Correct. So if you are interested in tournaments like this and you would like to play as part of teams, there is the Try Hard Wargaming server, and essentially they organize a tournament like every month almost. So right now it's 8v8 teams, but it could be 5v5, it could be singles. They do all sorts of tournaments. So make sure that I'm going to try and link this server in the description of the video later, so check it out.
Yes, we will add it.
And make sure you join, introduce yourself, and stay a while and listen, because it's really worth it, and it's a really great opportunity to get the gist of what teams are.
Yeah, it's also one of the 40k servers that the majority, if not all of the cool kids are on as well. So you can also get pickup games of a very good level,
high quality 40k. Yeah,
totally.
Exactly.
Right.
All right, let's reveal what we've got.
Demons and Sisters, Chaos Knights are rejected, and Imperial Knights are rejected.
Yet again, James, you're not getting lucky tonight.
I more just wanted to play. Emperor's Children haven't had the chance. So you were going to pairing 3, and we're going to pairing 4.
I get the table pick for Emperor's Children. What we got left? Have a little bit of a think. 8 and 6 are taken. I don't want this nonsense. God, it's tipping point again. Those maps are horrible. I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna go. Oh, come on, why is this not working? I can't seem to pick a table for some reason.
What number are you going for?
2.
2. There you go.
2. Thank you.
I mean, it's going to go 7. Mostly because it's a little bit open.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, so now we go for the third round of defending. This will be a little bit different, as this essentially finishes the pairings process, as we then get your usual pick of attackers. But after that, you also have a rejected. So the armies that are rejected at this step play against each other, as well as the forgotten. So armies that were not used in this step also play against one another.
Right, I've just added the links to New Recruit to both of the teams, so Team Poland and Team Hivemind. Maybe don't refresh the stream now, but once we are done, feel free to do it, and then the links will be in the description.
So, him.
So again, to those who are maybe listening to it and not watching, so far we have Black Legion into Leagues of Votan, we have Death Guard into Grey Knights, Emperor's Children into Adepta Sororitas, and then Ultramarines into Chaos Demons. Each
Yep.
team is left with what, 4 armies
4
right now?
left, yeah.
Actually, wait, hold up. Let me have a little. Let me have a little more of a think on this. Yeah, let's actually go with this. Okay, yep. Ready?
Yes, go.
Let's go. So
Ah.
Poland's defending with Space Wolves, whilst Team Hivemind have gone for Adeptus Custodes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting. What do I attack the Custodes with?
No, it's really interesting because I was expecting to see Custodes playing the Lions list or whatever the new detachment is called, and this one seems to be the Shield Host.
It
Yes.
is, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Ah,
preferred.
we
And
are-
again, it's one of those things with teams that quite a lot of the time, outside of meta sort of side of thing, playing something you know can be of benefit because you will perform better than just taking the hottest new thing.
Yeah, totally, and especially when you do
Mhm.
the matrix and you need to provide your estimations, you're best at estimations of the things that you understand, know, and have played with and against. So,
Yeah.
picking a new army to play in teams and then not being able to provide your estimations might actually hinder the captain's work later on.
Very much so. So yeah, just to reinforce the point, I mean, you need to be able to have a grasp of how your games into other factions are gonna go. You don't really have that in singles, right? You just roll and it's all on you. But for teams, who you can't really be letting your team down, can you?
No.
So this was quite a quick selection process for the attackers. So let's reveal them.
Look how they learn quickly and they review both at the same time.
So Team Hive Minds
with the 5th pairing, we feel we'd hope we'd got it down to a T.
Yeah. So Team Hive Minds attacking the Space Wolves with World Eaters and Imperial Knights, and their Custodes are being attacked by Orcs and Harlequins. So let's do that. And again, so the attackers that will not be picked here will be playing against each other, and the army that is still in our hand are also going to be playing against one another.
Yep. And if you want to have a better understanding of what the guys are doing here and what for, and what format is being used, I will recommend that you visit this website, which is worldchampionship.com/WTC rules. Essentially, if you don't know what World Team Championship is, very briefly, it's the tournament that happens once a year where you definitely want to be, because this is a tournament of 8v8 national teams. And the rules that are used for this tournament are pretty commonplace, and many tournaments use them all around the globe. Last one, I think, had about 40 national teams or something like that. Joker, correct me, I might be wrong, but plenty. And then if you go to the rules section, you will get all the specifications of how the tournament is actually played. There is the War Masters, which is a singles event that the players from the teams can play in because it happens first, and they can either practice their armies or play completely different armies, doesn't matter. And then there is the teams tournament, and on this website you can essentially read the rules back, because it differs slightly from the original GW one. And then there are the terrain maps. So if you go over here, it opens the the terrain layouts that are used for this specific tournament. So when we say that the guys get to pick their tables, this is essentially the document that they would be using to pick their table.
Yeah.
And we're ready. We've even managed to communicate non-verbally, putting those cards here, and I was very happy with that. It's
Yeah.
just right. There used to be a meme like that back when they were just and just random drawings. Anywho, let's reveal the attackers here.
Okay.
So we've got Polish Space Wolves playing versus Imperial Knights. Third time's the charm, James.
Yep.
Yeah. So I was feeling a bit sorry for you, and I did pick you now.
Yeah. I just know you didn't want to play me again. I know.
Yeah, exactly. Bad touch hurts for life. Although it was Eldari nonsense back then.
It was early 10th edition nonsense. Yes.
Yeah. And then we've got Hive Mind Custodes playing against Polish Harlequins.
Yes. So we are first down for this one, as you picked the table last round.
Yeah. And then that's our pick here. And then we've also got the rejects playing against one another, and that will be World Eaters versus Orcs. And the Forgotten is Chaos Knights versus Tau.
Yeah. Just bloody battles at the end. So we've got 1, 3, 4, 5, and 6 left.
6 is taken, mate.
6 is taken?
Yeah.
1, 3, 4, and 5. There we go. I can do math. I can count to 4. So I think.
Speaking about math, we have just done an episode about
I need to go back and watch the lead in. That's my problem. I missed the lead up
to our
math.
viewers and potential listeners as well. If you've missed that one, which was about half an hour ago, then by all means do visit our channel and have a look, because it was a really interesting episode where we had some guests. We had Jay from the aspiring player of Team Poland, who might get selected to actually go to the WTC this year, and we had I chose obviously the more difficult bit, the chirurgeon from Goonhammer, or Rob from Goonhammer. So who usually does the Hammer of Math and so on articles. So yeah, do give it a view. It was really interesting, great fun, really good to listen to both guys.
Oh, perfect. So yeah, we've gone with table 3 for ours.
Sure thing. That leaves 1, 4, and 5. 4 and 5 are actually identical.
They are.
So it's just between table 1 and table 4. That's the choice we have. What do they look like? This is fine. This is good staging here. This has arguably worse staging.
What is this one? Is it Tipping Point?
This is Tipping Point.
Yeah, so all the maps are actually bad. But
I can't remember the. Yeah,
I think this
they are.
That's Fog of War. Fog of War. Can you put 1 here? And then the other 2 are basically the same.
4 and 5.
4 and 5.
Yeah.
And there we have it. So let's go through the pairings again, just to summarize. Team Hive Mind, Black Legion, or CSM, playing versus Polish Leagues of Wotan on table 8. Then we have the Polish Death Guard playing Hive Mind Grey Knights on table 6. Polish Emperor's Children versus Hive Mind Sisters on table 2. Hive Mind Ultramarines versus Polish Chaos Demons on table 7. Hive Mind Custodes versus Polish Harlequins, table 3. Polish Space Wolves versus Hive Mind Imperial Knights on table 1. Hive Mind World Eaters versus Polish Orcs, table 4. And last but not least, Polish Chaos Knights versus Hive Mind Tau on table 5.
Right. Usually this question doesn't make sense at the WTC, because every single time when you ask the captains how they feel about their pairings, they say yeah, we won the pairings and we did great. But here, I think it makes more sense to ask it. So, James, how do you feel about the pairings?
So, other than being rejected multiple times for my poor nights, I think we've done all right overall. I think there's a couple I would have preferred to have gotten, but yeah, generally, I think we're okay with the pairings. There's a few we dodged that we were more worried about than others. I mean, Orcs was the one we thought you would put down earlier, but that was based purely off of the last round. So we were quite surprised that it was held back sort of towards the end.
Okay,
Joker,
okay.
how do you feel about the pairings?
I feel pretty good. I mean, there was
As I told you.
at one of these stages, I got a little bit concerned as yeah, the opening wasn't so easy here, but I think we finished up well enough. So hopefully we can deliver the results that we've estimated. It's looking quite okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fingers crossed it's
It's
going to go that way.
Yeah, as with most things, obviously, all good plans go well until you start doing something. So generally, you'll have a plan for what you expect the other team to put down as a first defender. If they don't put that, then every other idea you've had is then instantly changed for the rest of the process.
Yeah, that's exactly how it goes. All right. Well, there you have it, guys. This is what we've done. Now we've got until the end of next week to play the games out.
Yep.
It's not a long time, but hopefully we can get all of these in for the results to actually to make sense.
Yep.
Is what I'm trying to say. James, thanks for coming on and agreeing to
No.
this improvised live
problem.
pairing session. It
Went well,
was
I think.
wonderful to have you as our guinea pig for this.
Yeah.
I think this worked out quite all right, and we're probably going to do more in the future if we can. Tweak, thanks for hosting. Was very helpful to have you on.
Yeah, and obviously,
And
guys, this was meant to be educational, so we hope that it worked for you. I've just put the lists, the link to the Tryhard Discord if you want to enroll for an 8v8 or 5v5 or a singles event, TTS event on your own. Just visit the server. As I said, introduce yourself, sign up for events, and just play because you're going to meet amazing players while doing so. And if you like this educational content and you want for more of it, especially that we tend to lean more towards teams events, then by all means like, subscribe, and stick to the channel, our channel or Team Hivemind's channel. James, if you want to direct people and let them know how to find your channels and your media outlets, by all means, now is the time.
Yeah, so the easiest way is probably via Facebook for Team Hivemind on their page. Otherwise, there's voidstormgames.co.uk is my main website, or there's the Voidstorm Games Facebook page. Is the two easiest ways to get access to our Discord, completely free. Joker very kindly posts very regularly the different podcasts. So if you're wanting to know when one is going live, it's quite a good place to find out when Contact Lost is going live as well.
True that. I use every opportunity I have to spam our channel wherever they don't ban me.
Vehemently.
Never would. No, thank you for having me.
Pleasure, as always. All right. Thanks, everyone, for watching in. Again, if you like what we do, please hit like, subscribe, bell button, consider becoming a patron. And thank you for those who already are patrons. Thank you to our sponsors, Army Painter and Weyland-Yutani, as well as the sponsors of Team Poland, Microart Studios, Twoje Hobby, Puppets War, Glass Cannon Unplugged, Pyrocup, and Contact Lost.
And now breathe.
Actually, sponsors and partners.
Don't forget to breathe.
Yes, now I can do it.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you, and good night.